Hello everyone. I'm so glad to be with you today. Today's a beautiful feast of the Immaculate Heart of the Blessed Virgin Mary, our mother of Jesus, and our spiritual mother. It's a lovely feast day, and I'm so happy to celebrate it with you here on YouTube in this video. Welcome, first of all, to Mary's little house. It's surrounded with big, giant maple trees in the front and in the back. Just a few days ago, I saw a mother and a baby squirrel in the bee of the big trunk of the maple tree that's right outside my office here. And coming out, taking Peanut out. Peanut on my lap here. He's asleep already, curled up on my lap. Peanut, my dog. Early this morning, even before the sun was up, I had a concert of a beautiful bird song surrounding me, welcoming me to this new day. Everything is new. After the resurrection, everything is new. Everything is filled with God's love and beauty and hope of life now and forever in heaven. Everything is like a new resurrection, a new day. Oh, I'm just so happy to celebrate. In the front room, our guest room, there's boxes stacked real high, filled with many gifts for the poor, made possible by two thrift stores that share these things with the poor by way of Poor Me. One of the things I found, and I just want to share it because I was so happy to find it, when I see things that are beautiful, things of beauty, when people try to express themselves in art and craft, in painting, and we get all of those things here, and I get to share them with others. Well, I want to share this one little thing. It's so tiny and so beautiful. I'm always fascinated with miniatures. Here's a miniature teacup. And it's bordered with around the rim on the outside with teeny cherries with two leaves, and of all, it has a tiny little delicate little handle, very delicate handle. I don't know how it got through all the boxes of stuff out there without getting broke, but it's okay. And then a little surprise for the tea drinker. When they finish their tea, they find another cherry right inside, down on the bottom. Those little things are so fascinating, those little details of life, and I just wanted to share this with you. This is what we share with the people that might not have a chance to get the delicate things like this. And we put them in gift bags with a little ribbon on top, and those who come, that's free, receive these things that maybe ordinarily they would never have these little things in their life to uplift them. Beauty always uplifts. Beauty is from God, like love is from God and truth is from God. Goodness is from God. Well, beauty is also from God. And so when we experience beauty like this little teacup, we experience God. And we dispose our hearts to God and to all that is good and beautiful and true and lovely and precious and dear. And I'm just so happy for you. Okay, we'll talk about all that is beautiful. The Immaculate Heart of Mary. These are one of the pictures. We have a bigger picture of this in the front room of Mary's little house. This is in my bedroom. This is the Immaculate Heart of Mary, a beautiful portrait of her Immaculate Heart. You see her heart there. It's got a sword to pierce her heart. You can't hardly see it here in the thing, but there is a little sword there. And Simeon, when they took Jesus to the temple, this old man who discovered Jesus, who was promised by God not to die, that he would not die until he saw the promised Messiah. He took the baby Jesus in his arms and predicted
that he would be a light to the Gentiles and the glory of Israel. He would be our Messiah to save us. But then he looked at Mary and said, and a sword will pierce your heart too, because Jesus would also be, as he said, a sign of contradiction, a sign of suffering. And that's the sword there. A sword will pierce your heart. And then you see her heart is inflamed with love, is surmounted with love. And you see the beautiful roses around her heart. She is crowned with roses, pure roses, her virginity, her without sin. And what I want to say is that this heart of Mary, her human heart, is the most close heart to Jesus, to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. We just celebrated his heart, the most sacred heart of Jesus yesterday, and the church puts her Immaculate Heart, a feast of her Immaculate Heart today. Because those two hearts are the most united, most one that any hearts can be, of all human hearts. Jesus is God too, but he's also human and has a human heart. So we say that in marriage and in friendship, the destiny or the point, what you're striving for is union of heart, and all the ways we show it by our love, by our gifts, by our expressions of love and tenderness, and all of that is to be joined together in a union of hearts. Well, Jesus and Mary lead the way, but there's no two hearts that are more close to each other than Jesus and Mary's. They are just one. They live for the other. They want to please the other. They give themselves for the other, as we do in human love, in marriage, in a wonderful way, that exclusive relationship that you have with your spouse, and in friendship, which is so wonderful. We're just discovering it in our the wonderful things of friendship we can have in our lives. Those who are not married, but to both of them, marriage and friendship, all go to the one goal, union of hearts. And Mary and Jesus teach us that, show us that by the union of their hearts, the oneness of their hearts. Later on, when Blessed Mother appeared to the three children of Fatima in Portugal, Francisco, Jacinta, and Lucia, the children were being persecuted because they had to give the message of Fatima, which was to pray to the Holy Rosary and to do penance for the peace of the world, for peace in the world. At that time there was a World War I just winding down, and World War II was impending because of all the brokenness between the nations. And Mary came to give her peace plan, which was prayer and doing penance. Well, anyway, the children were being persecuted and intimidated and harassed by the authorities, by the atheistic authorities, the secular authorities. Anyway, Blessed Mother told them, "Let my Immaculate Heart be your refuge." And people, she told the children that because no one understood them. Even their parents were having a hard time understanding their message and their life and their mission. So Mary wanted them to come into her heart. Let my Immaculate Heart be your refuge and your way to heaven. I invite you today on this feast of the Immaculate Heart of the Blessed Virgin Mary to let her heart be your refuge and let her heart be the way to heaven. By the way, she doesn't stand in front of Jesus because her heart is one with Jesus. So when you come into her heart, when you share your life with her, your concerns, your fears, your joys and everything, as a child, as a son or a daughter to her, you are joined. Her heart is so joined with Jesus that in her heart you are joined with Jesus himself. So she leads us to Jesus. She leads us to Jesus by her example and by her maternal care. I am so happy to share this with you. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful day. Go to Mary. Let her take you into her life, into her heart, and let her protect you and guide you to her Son, Jesus. God bless you.